YouTube? It's No Change, and I'm coming to you live from PC Plaza, and I am here with a Star Wars Battlefront commentary. This is going to be the first of several different episodes in a 5-episode series that I will have on my channel called My Favorite Things. Now, this is going to be a series where I outline in each video my favorite of some category having to do with Star Wars Battlefront. I'll start with the blasters, as you guys saw in the title and the thumbnail. This is the loadout I'll be running in the matches that you'll be seeing in the game. My favorite blaster in this game, and I do have to mention that I am only level 18, so I didn't unlock all of them, but all of the blasters thus far have not had anywhere near the success that I've had with the E11. This blaster is my absolute favorite. And here's what the game says about the E11. It is a powerful and accurate blaster rifle and is ideal for use in all environments, and it has been adopted as the standard weapon of the Imperial forces. So if any of you Star Wars fans out there are following Star Wars outside of the video games, which most of us are, you will have seen the E11 wielded by most stormtroopers throughout the Star Wars trilogy. Now let me get into how you can get this weapon. So this weapon is available at rank 8, and it only requires 1,550 credits, so that's 1,550. And my favorite part about it is that it is available early, and throughout the first 18 ranks, I haven't found any weapon that I'm enjoying as much as this. Now, this does not mean that this is the best weapon, nor does it mean it will work for you, but for my playstyle that you guys will see in the 2 gameplays that I have in this video, it definitely works for me. So I'm able to aim down sights and pick people off from long range. Of course, that takes a little bit of marksmanship and patience, although you will see me getting the majority of my kills without aiming down the sights. However, in the situations where I do want to aim down the sights, it provides little to no recoil, which really makes this weapon a breeze to use. Also, its rate of fire is right there in the middle, in that standard sweet spot is what I like to call it, where it's not too fast and not too slow. It's pretty much standard for most blaster rifles, and it makes it not too hard to control, but still you're dealing out steady damage. In this case, as you saw, it only took about 4 body shots to get him and about 3 headshots with that guy, so it does pretty steady damage, not too many shots to take someone down like you may see with some other weapons. And that's another thing that I really do like about the E11 blaster, is that I don't have to sacrifice one thing in order to be efficient in another. For example, I don't need to sacrifice rate of fire for damage. Most weapons you see do one or the other sufficiently, and that's normal throughout FPSs and normal third-person shooters. Any shooters, actually, they have to do that to balance it out, but I like being right there in the middle with that standard weapon, and I think I found that with the E11. It's definitely that multi-purpose weapon that you can use no matter what your play style is. If you play like me and you're really aggressive, you're rushing on those front lines trying to get those kills, this gun will work perfect for you, especially in close range situations as well. Although this gun is meant to be used mid to long range, I definitely can rush with it and win some short range gunfights. Actually, that's where I found most of my success using this blaster. It's close range, where I can just fire from the hip, aim for the head, and hopefully chop my opponent down very quickly. And in those situations, with a standard rate of fire like the E11 has, if you miss a shot or miss a burst, you're still in position to get that kill because you're firing constantly. Like I mentioned, it gives you a steady flow of damage. It's pretty quick. With a slow shooter like a heavy blaster, you miss one shot, by the time you get the second or third one off, the opponent has already killed you. Or with the burst weapons, you miss one burst, you get killed very quickly. And that's one of the things that you avoid with these standard blasters, because if you miss one shot, like I mentioned, you're still in position to get that kill. And this is the second gameplay of the video. This is another blast match on the Forest Moon of Endor, and you're going to see me use the E11 mostly at close and short range, where you can see this weapon really does have the chance to flourish if you're using it correctly. Using this along with the cars definitely allowed me to be successful in this match. And that brings me to another point that I wanted to talk about in this video. This weapon can be used successfully on larger maps as well as different game modes. In this video you saw how effective the E11 can be in a blast playlist. However, you definitely can use it, and it can be effective if you play play Walker Assault or you play Drop Zone, if you're just not into the whole team deathmatch thing, you definitely can take this into other game modes and other objective based playlists that this game has to offer. And with all of that being said about the E11 blaster, there was no way it wasn't going to go down as one of my favorite things about Star Wars Battlefront 2015. Enough about the blaster, guys. Let's talk about the card setup that I do have in these gameplays. Number one, I have none other than the Galaxy Renowned Thermal Detonator. That is the number one card that I take with me wherever I go, no matter what playlist I'm in, no matter when I'm playing, how I'm playing, I always have the Thermal Detonator. And for those of you who are not familiar with the arsenal that Star Wars has, the Thermal Detonator is very similar to the Frag Grenade. If you want to take out a group of opponents, if you're not sure where your opponent went, you definitely can throw one of these things and take them out, or you may even cause your enemy to expose themselves trying to get away from the blast radius of the Thermal Detonator. Now, number two, I have Scan Pulse. That's the ability or the card that I use to scan the area and tell me which enemies are near, and I will do that by outlining them in red, letting me know where they are even through walls or other objects. That really comes in handy. As you guys see, I spot out two of these guys here and eventually get the kill, so you can see how useful this card can be. It definitely can help you out in getting some kills out there in the field, and you'll be able to get your hands on this card at rank number 13 for a total of 1,700 credits, which isn't that much considering how useful this can be not only to you but your teammates. I forgot to mention, your teammates can see those outlines as well. That's going to wrap it up for Scan Pulse. And for the third and final card, I have the Jetpack, and that's really good for situations where you spawn far away from the objective or far away from action. It even can be helpful when you're in a gunfight and you know you're at your wits end and you're not going to win that gunfight. You definitely can go ahead and use this card to get away from that situation, and hopefully that person won't track you down. I do want to give you a disclaimer that using the Jetpack does make you a very open target when you're in the air. Everybody that looks in the air or sees you will be able to see where you land or estimate where you land, then proceed to assault. But that's all I have for this commentary. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to tune into the next episode, which will be my favorite villains. I hope to see you guys in that episode, and I'll see you guys then. Later.